You are welcome back to mathematics class. So today we are going to begin to look at algebraic fractions. Let's begin by looking at the meaning of algebraic fractions. An algebraic fraction is a fraction that contains algebraic expressions in the numerator, denominator, or both. Now let's take a look at some examples. So if you have x plus 2 divided by x minus 3, so this is an example of algebraic fraction. Okay, so at the numerator we have algebraic expression, and at the denominator we also have algebraic expression. So algebraic expression is when you have numbers and letters together, as simple as that. Okay, another example is when you have 2a divided by 5b. It's also an example of algebraic fractions because both the numerator and the denominator is having algebraic expressions. And let me give you one more example. X squared minus 9 divided by x plus 3. So this is another example of algebraic fraction. Understood? So let's continue. Now let's look at simplification of algebraic fractions. When you are given complex or simple algebraic fractions and you are told to rewrite them or simplify them, how do you go about it? So the first step you take is to first of all factorize the numerator and the denominator completely. So after which you are going to cancel out the common factors that you have in the question. After you might have factorized, then the remaining you are going to write them in simplest form. So you write the remaining expression in simplest form. Now let's take a look at some examples so that you understand how to simplify algebraic fractions. Examples. So the first question we are going to be looking at says simplify 6x divided by 9. So this is very simple. We are starting from the simplest question. Okay, so 6x divided by 9. Now 6 and 9, 3 can divide it without any remainder, so I'm going to use 3 to simplify this. So how many times does 3 goes in 6? That would be 2 times. How many times does 3 goes in 9? That would be 3 times. So it means our final answer will be 2x divided by 3. So and that's the final answer to this question. Then let's take a look at another question. Simplify x squared minus 9 divided by x plus 3. Okay, so solution, we have x squared minus 9 divided by x plus 3. So if you remember, the first thing is to factorize where possible. So that this numerator is a difference of 2 squares. Okay, I can write it as x squared minus then 3 squared. 3 squared will give me 9. Understood? So divided by x plus 3. Okay, so since it's a difference of 2 squares, I can write this x squared minus 3 squared as x plus 3 then x minus 3 then divided by x plus 3. So this is difference of 2 square. So in case you don't know what difference of 2 square is, when you have, let's say, x squared then minus y squared, so the solution to this will be equal to the product of x minus y and x plus y. Understood? So that is what difference of 2 square is all about. So let me take care of this so that we can continue. Now let's continue with our work. Now looking at this now, this x plus 3 will cancel this x plus 3. So we now have x minus 3 left, and that is our final answer. Now let's take a look at another question. Simplify 2x squared plus 4x divided by 2x. Solution. So let me write the question here. 2x squared plus 4x divided by 2x. The denominator is 2x. Okay, so equal to, I'm going to factorize the numerator. So what is the common factor in the numerator? So if you look at it carefully, you will discover that 2x is common. So I will bring it out. So I will have left in the bracket x plus 2, close the bracket, so divided by 2x. Understood? So 2x will cancel 2x. I now have x plus 2 left, and that is our final answer. Okay, so let's look at another question again. The question says simplify a squared minus b squared divided by a minus b. So solution, we have a squared minus b squared divided by a minus b. So this numerator is a difference of 2 square, so meaning that it could be written as a minus b times a plus b. Okay, then divided by a minus b. So I'm going to cancel out this common factor. A minus b will cancel a minus b, so I am left with a plus b, and that is our final answer to that question. Now let's continue. Let's solve this question. Simplify 8 minus 2a minus a squared divided by 2a squared minus 3a minus 2. Solution. Okay, so permit me to rewrite the question as this. So the numerator can be written as minus a squared. I want to rearrange minus 2a plus 8 divided by 2a squared minus 3a minus 2. Understood? So at the numerator, I still want to factor out the minus. Okay, because I don't want minus to begin my algebraic expression at the numerator. So if I bring minus outside, so I'm going to have a squared, then minus 2a will change to plus 2a, then plus 8 will change to minus 8. So if you open this bracket with the minus outside, you are still going to get the numerator back. Okay, then divided by 2a squared minus 3a minus 2. Okay, so let's begin to factorize the numerator and the denominator now. That's the next step. So equal to, so I have the numerator. First of all, we have minus open bracket. So the algebraic expression inside the brackets, you are going to find two numbers that when you multiply them together is going to give you minus 8, and when you add them together it will give you plus 2. Okay, this plus 2. Understood? So what are those two numbers? So the two numbers are minus 2 and 4. So if you multiply these two numbers together, minus 2 times 4 will give you minus 8, and if you add them together, minus 2 plus 4, it will give you plus 2. So instead of this plus 2a, I'm going to replace it with minus 2 and 4. Now follow me. So at the numerator we have a squared, then instead of writing plus 2a, now I will write minus 2a, then plus 4a, then finally I will write minus 8. Understood? Close the bracket. Then let me group them into two like this, so that it will be easy for me to factorize again. Then divided by the denominator as well, we are going to factor it out. So look at the coefficient of a squared in the denominator. So you notice that we have 2 there, so you have to multiply these 2 with this constant 2 here, multiply them together, so we will have -4. So in our mind now, we are having -4 here, not -2. Understood? So we are going to find two numbers that when you multiply them together, it will give you -2, and when you add them together, it will give you -3. Understood? So what are those numbers? The numbers are -4 and 1, because -4 times 1 will give us -4, which is what I said is here in your mind, -4. Then when you add it together, -4 plus 1 will give you -3. Okay, so instead of writing -3a now, I'm going to replace it with -4 and 1. Now let's go ahead. Then the denominator becomes 2a squared. Instead of -3a now, I write -4a then plus a. Okay, then I'm going to write this last one, which is -2. Understood? So I will group it into 2 like this. Understood? Let's continue. Now I'm going to factor the numerator once again before I begin to cancel out. Okay, so I'm going to have minus open brackets. So what is common here in this first bracket? So what is common there is a. So I'll bring that a outside. So I have left a minus 2. Okay, then plus what is common here again? So what is common there is 4. So plus 4 open bracket. So if I bring 4 outside inside the bracket, I will have a minus 2 left. Understood? Then divided by, I'm going to factorize the denominator as well. So in this first term, 2a is common, so I'm going to bring it out. So I have 2a open bracket, so I will have a minus 2 left inside the bracket, then plus here what is common is just 1, so I'm going to write plus 1 open bracket. So inside the bracket I will have a minus 2. Understood? Okay, so let's continue. So we have minus. Now in this numerator we have a common factor here, which is a minus 2. Okay, I'm going to pick one out of it, then I'm going to write their coefficient, which is a and plus 4. So let me write now. I have a, the coefficient of the first term, then plus 4, put it in a bracket. Then this a minus 2, you pick one out of the 2, so we have a minus 2, then divided by, so here at the denominator also we are going to factor out a minus 2, then I will have 2a plus 1, put it in bracket, then pick one out of the a minus 2. Okay, so this a minus 2 will cancel out, so I now have left a plus 4 divided by 2a plus 1. So, and that is our final answer. Understood? Okay, so let's look at another example. This question says simplify 2a squared m minus 3am squared plus m cubed divided by am squared minus a squared m minus 2a cubed. Okay, solution. Now permit me to rewrite the numerator as this. So I want my m cubed to come first, then followed by minus 3am squared, then plus 2a squared m divided by am squared minus a squared m minus 2a cube. Understood? So at the numerator, let's factor out m. M is common. So if I bring m outside, so I will have remaining inside the bracket m squared minus 3am plus 2a squared. Okay, so I have bring out 1m, then divided by, at the denominator as well, a is common, I will factor it out. Then I'm going to have m squared minus am minus 2a squared left inside the bracket. So now I'm going to factorize these terms inside the bracket for both numerator and denominator. Then let's go ahead. So we have m open bracket. Now in this numerator, this expression, so we are going to look for two numbers that when you multiply them together, it will give you plus 2a squared. Okay, and when you add them together, it's going to give you minus 3a. What are those numbers? The numbers are minus 2a and minus a. Okay, so minus 2a times minus a will give us plus 2a squared. So when you add these two numbers together, minus 2a plus minus a, it will give you minus 3a. Understood? So instead of writing minus 3am now, I'm going to replace it with minus 2a and minus a. Okay, so let's go ahead and write. So I will now have m squared, then minus 2am minus am, then plus 2a squared. So let's group it in twos. Okay, then close the bracket, divided by, so I'm going to do the same thing to the denominator now. So I'm going to look for a number, two numbers that when I multiply them together is going to give me minus 2a squared, and when I add them together it will give me minus a. Okay, what are those two numbers? Okay, the two numbers are minus 2a and plus a, because minus 2a times plus a will give us minus 2a squared. So when you add it together, minus 2a plus a, it will give us minus a. So instead of writing minus am, I'm going to replace it with minus 2a and plus 2a. So let's write. So we now have a open bracket m squared minus 2am close the bracket, then plus am minus 2a squared. Okay, so I have put them in group of twos like that. So let's factorize completely now. So let's continue at this page. So we now have m, then open bracket. So in this first term, we discover that m is common, so I will factor it out again. So I'll bring m outside. So I now have left inside the bracket m minus 2a close the bracket. So this second term, a is also common there, so I'm going to factor it out again so that I have minus a open bracket m minus 2a close the bracket, then divided by, let's factorize the denominator as well. So we have a open bracket. So here m is common, so I'm going to factor it out. So I have m open bracket m minus 2a close the bracket. Then this second term, a is common, so I'm going to bring it out. We have plus a open bracket m minus 2a close the bracket. Understood? So let's continue. We have m. Now we have common factor here, which is m minus 2a and m minus 2a. I'm going to take one out of it. Okay, So I'm going to have the open bracket m minus 2a, close the bracket, then their coefficients m minus a, I will join them together, m minus a, close the bracket, then divided by the denominator. I have a, so here also I'm having m minus 2a common, so I'm going to pick one out of the two so that I have m minus 2a, close the bracket, then their coefficient, which is m plus a, close the bracket. Understood? So the next thing now is to cancel out the common factors. So we have m minus 2a, cancel m minus 2a here, so we are left with m, open bracket, m minus a, close the bracket, divided by a, open bracket, m plus a. So, and this is our final answer to this question. Now let's take a look at another question. The question says simplify 2m minus u all squared minus, open bracket, m minus 2u, close the bracket, all squared, divided by 5m squared minus 5u squared. Solution. So if you look at the numerator is a difference of 2 squared. Okay, so like I said earlier on, when we are talking about difference of two squares, when we have x squared minus y squared, so our answer to this algebraic expression will be x minus y times x plus y. So that's the solution. So if you look at this numerator, the whole of 2m minus u is representing x, while m minus 2u is representing y. So let me just keep this for you here so that you can relate with it by the time we begin to solve this question. Now I'm going to pick it one after the other. Let's solve for the numerator first so that we don't module up everything together. So the numerator, we have 2m minus u all squared minus, open bracket, m minus 2u all squared. So this is what we have at the numerator. So I'm going to apply this difference of 2 square now. Understood? Now look the way I'm going to apply it. So we have 2m minus u, close the bracket, okay, then minus m minus 2u, close the bracket. So what I have just written now is for this first expression here, okay. Then I'm going to do for the addition. Now multiply by the second one will be 2m minus u, then close the bracket, then plus, open bracket, m minus 2u, close the bracket. Understood? So I have just applied difference of 2 square now. So let's solve it further. So now let's open this bracket. Here we have 2m. So use this minus to open this. Okay, let me first of all write them out so that you understand what I'm actually doing. So 2m minus u. So open this bracket with this minus outside. So we have minus m. Then minus times minus is plus 2u. Okay. Then times. So I will remove the inner bracket, which is 2m minus u. Then plus m minus 2u. Okay, solve all the terms inside each bracket. So I have 2m minus m will give us m. Then u minus u plus 2u, that will give us plus u. Then we have 2m plus 2m, so that will give us 3m. Then minus u minus 2u, that will be minus 3u. Okay, so this is the solution to the numerator only. Okay, so let me keep it here. This is for numerator, so let's keep it. Now for the denominator denominator, we have 5m squared minus 5u squared. Okay, here 5 is common, bring it out. We have m squared minus u squared. So this m squared minus u squared is a difference of 2 square. So I'm going to apply this difference of 2 square. Okay, so I will apply it on this one as well. But let me continue at this other side. So we have 5 open bracket m squared minus u squared. So if I apply the difference of 2 squares now, I will have 5 open brackets m minus u, then m plus u. So that is difference of 2 square. So don't forget, this now is for the denominator. Now let's join them together. So meaning that therefore our 2m minus u open brackets and close the bracket all squared minus open bracket m minus 2u close the bracket all squared divided by 5m squared minus 5u squared is equal to, the numerator has reduced to this is our numerator, so I'm going to put it here now. So we have open bracket m plus u close the bracket 3m minus 3u, then divided by the denominator, which is this now. Okay, so we have 5 open brackets m minus u close the bracket, the m plus u. Okay, so now it's equal to, now this m plus u cancel m plus u. Okay, so here now 3 is common at the numerator, so I'm going to factor 3 out. So I have m minus u left, then divided by 5 open bracket m minus u. So I will cancel this m minus u out, so I now have 3 over 5 left. So and this is the solution to this question. So it's very simple. You can take your time to go over it again and again. And lastly, let's take a look at this question. The question says a open bracket b plus c close the bracket plus open bracket b plus c close the bracket all squared divided by b squared minus c squared, then plus ab minus ac. So we are going to solve this together now. Solution. So let's take it bit by bit. First of all, let's deal with the numerator. Okay, so at the numerator we have a open bracket b plus c, then plus b plus c all squared. Okay, so if you observe carefully, so you will discover that b plus c is common, so we'll factor it out. Then we'll be having, in the first time here, we'll be having a left, so we'll write our a, then plus, here we have b plus c squared, 1 is already outside, so it's going to remain b plus c. Okay, close the bracket. So this is our numerator. Then let's work on the denominator again. Denominator. So the denominator is b squared minus c squared plus ab minus ac. So we are going to factorize by grouping the terms. Okay, so let me just group it for you. We have b squared minus c squared, so I will make this a group, then plus ab minus ac, make this another group. So this first group is a difference of 2 square, so this b squared minus c squared. So by now you should understand how to express difference of 2 square. Okay, so let's do that very quickly. So we have b minus c, then b plus c, so that is difference of 2 squared, then plus, here we also have a common, so I'm going to bring out the a, so I will have left inside the bracket b minus c. Understood? So this is what we are going to do next. We are going to factor out b minus c because it's common in both terms. So we now have b minus c is outside. So I'm going to have left here. B minus c is already outside. I have b plus c left. So I'm going to write it here. B plus c. Okay. So b plus c is already outside. What did I have left? I'm going to have a left. So I'm going to put plus a because b plus c is already outside. Where I can rearrange it and put it as b minus c, then a plus b plus c. Understood? So this is the answer to the denominator only. Now let's continue and complete this question here. So therefore our a open bracket b plus c, then plus b plus c all squared divided by b squared minus c squared plus ab minus ac will be equal to, what is the answer to the numerator we got? This is it. So we are going to write it here as b plus c, okay, then a plus b plus c, then divided by the denominator also is given to be equal to this. Okay, so this is our denominator. We are going to put it there and we have b minus c, then a plus b plus c. Understood? So now if you look at it carefully, this a plus b plus c will cancel each other out. Then we have here left b plus c divided by b minus c. So and that is our final answer to this question. So I hope you understand this simplification of algebraic fraction. So we are going to move on to the next subtopic in our next class. So if you are yet to understand these examples, kindly go over it again until you can solve it on your own. Now I want you to take your time to try these simple 3 classworks. So they are very simple. Just follow the examples that I have shown you in the follow the steps that I have shown you in the examples we just concluded and solve these 3 questions. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you in the next video. Bye.